my God. Bro, chat, you think they're ever going to fix the cheaters? Ever? I mean, at this point, it's like, it's been years. I don't know if they're ever going to fix this shit, dude. There's a lot of Black Ops 7, like, leaks. A lot of hype around the game starting to come out. Dude, the number one thing, they got to fix cheating. It should be number one on their board. I don't give a fuck what the game is like. Okay, obviously, I hope it's great. But if they fix the cheaters, it'll already be a win.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Pure Noble. I'm just a fellow Call of Duty player that likes to nerd out on everything Call of Duty related. We talk about the season changes, we talk about Call of Duty news, we talk about weapon balancing, we talk about the new weapon reviews, we talk about tips and tricks here and there that I learned as a Call of Duty player that I hope that I can instill to all new Call of Duty players out there that are just coming onto the scene. But if anything, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Keep killing it out there. You know, guys, Scump is right. Scump has been around the scene for years. He's played this game for a living day in and day out during his CDL career, so he has probably one of the few that has the most playtime with this game overall. But in my opinion, the cheating scene has always been a thing. You know, predating the crossplay era before MW19 in some form or another, cheating, glitches, exploits, lobby shopping, this has always been done. Everything and anything under the sun. If a player has found a way to get this type of advantage, they are going to use it. But the thing is, guys, the type of cheats being used and the growing population of cheaters has exponentially grown over the years from MW19 crossplay release to now. So let's have a discussion around this, right? Let's think of the reasons why the cheating scene has grown and what are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments below. What is your opinion of why this cheating scene is growing and why there is no repercussion whatsoever in finding ways to reduce this? So let me start off with the first reason that I think of, right? It's easy to do, right? A lot of the hacks nowadays, whether it be internal, external, it's really as simple as buying a software key, using that software key to gain access to downloading that program from a regular downloader from an external site and just loading up on your game and playing on the game. If a player knows how to download Call of Duty on the computer, they already know how to download cheats on a computer. Now, I'm not trying to condone anything, right? I'm just literally telling you that anybody that is semi-literate or semi-competent with a computer in any form, that's how easy it is to install these cheats. You're buying the software key, downloading it on the computer, and playing the game. Boom, you're ruining it for the rest of the community. I think another reason too is that competitive players, not actual competitive like CDL players, but players who have that competitive mindset, they feel that they have some type of social pressure in wanting to appear good. And we know we can call it social pressure, we can call it ego. In any way or form, that's what they want to do, is that they want to perform their best at any cost. They don't care about any other players that they're inconveniencing in the game that are actually doing better by trying to play this game legit and trying to play this game fairly, because they know that playing it unfairly is going to ruin the experience for the rest of the community. These guys don't care about that. Now I get it, everyone wants to play the game how they want to play to have fun, but there is a level of integrity, there should be a level of conviction that should stop you from playing it in a way that's ruining it for everyone else. But honestly, I don't even know why they're trying to be competitive in Call of Duty, right? Anyone can boast about a high KD, high win rates, right? High wager earnings. But the thing is, if this anti-cheat is so faulty and is not stopping the cheating scene 100%, everything that you're saying, your accolades, your achievements, all of that is questionable. Not to say that you are lying, not to say that some players are legitimately earning these accolades, but it's very hard to justify it because there's no trust within the community anymore. If players just stuck to being honest, having a level of integrity in their competitive play, no one would be questioning anybody. It would be just like how it was in the old days, where when you took an L in the lobby, when you took an L in the match, it wasn't a matter of cheating accusations. It was, hey, let me add you, bro. Let me get into a party with you. I want to learn how to be better as a player. Players had more integrity and honor back then. Now, for anybody questioning this conversation of like, oh, honor, integrity, it's a video game, bro. Literally, the only people that are thinking that way is the ones who lack honor and integrity. Because it doesn't matter what you do in life, whether it be video games, whether it be at your job, whether it be at an actual sporting competition, whether it be at anything that you do, there is a level of integrity and honor that you hold. The only type of people who want to divide the two and think that they can separate integrity and playing the game is those who don't want to be held accountable for them cheating and ruining it for everyone else. But hey, let's look at the reality of the situation, right? There's thousands and thousands of gamers out there. There is bound to be a certain population of players that really don't give a crap. So what's the solution at that point? Oh, right, it's to create an effective anti-cheat, which Activision is not doing. Now, for me, I can defend Activision up to the point where I understand that coding and anti-cheat effectiveness takes time. You know, they need to learn the program. They need to reverse engineer these cheat programs. But the thing is, I can't defend them that long for the fact of how much money they rake in as a company. You look at a Joe Schmo developer that has a smaller game that doesn't rake in the money. Yeah, they're going to have problems trying to support financially an anti-cheat team to make sure that the cheating issue is under control. But Activision is not little Joe Schmo. I would say almost 100% of the profits that they make as a company is being generated not by the multiplayer games that they're selling. It's because of the microtransactions that are happening with these bundles, with these skins. They are getting so much money, but none of that is being allocated enough to the anti-cheat team. Why? Because business. They're not going to get a return on investment on trying to put thousands and thousands more dollars into the anti-cheat team just to create a nice player base, just to create a safer community for the players when they're getting online. If Call of Duty suddenly made some type of weird announcement to say, hey, we're going to stop all the bundle skins and all new bundles that are coming out for Black Ops 7, because what we need to do is we need to allocate all those funds that we're using to make these skins to the anti-cheat team so that we can make a safer game for you. That I am totally on board with, because that's another thing that Scump was right on. I don't care if the game is futuristic. I don't care if the game goes back to boots on the ground. I don't care if they take away attack sprint while running. They literally go back to maybe Call of Duty 2, right? The game itself has already built a fan base strong enough to love Call of Duty for what it is, an FPS shooter. It doesn't matter what kind of changes and they revolutionize the game. If they're not going to get rid of the cheating scene, no one is going to enjoy the game at all. And that's the really crappy part about things, is that the devs are actually trying to make a great game. They are trying to push out different varieties of content of Call of Duty, but it gets overshadowed and they get the hate and heat from the Call of Duty player base because of the cheating scene, not because of the game itself. Now, if you're telling me that you'd rather have the cheating scene around so that you don't have to play a futuristic Call of Duty, I don't know. I think that's a little bit of a self-reflection that you need to do and really ask yourself if you're an actual Call of Duty fan. Not a certain Call of Duty era, not whether you're a boots on the ground fan, not whether you're a movement demon fan. If you are a legit die-hard fan of Call of Duty, you do not care what direction Call of Duty actually takes in regards to the substance of their game. Now, I can keep going on and on with this list, but let me just end it here that the last part of the reason why cheaters do what they do is it's the lack of societal accountability from the current and new gen player base. Now, I get it, right? The same thing with this video. Talking about cheating isn't necessarily going to get rid of the cheating scene, but at least it's a way to influence the current players that are coming into the scene. Because right now, all the new gen players, they're looking at these current content creators, they're looking at these big influencers, and they're seeing that two-boxing is being normalized, that VPNing is being normalized, and we're heading into a downward trend that pretty soon cheats are going to be normalized. Heck, the most common reason that I hear from cheaters is that everyone is doing it. Why am I not going to do it? I hate to say it, but the new players that are coming in now, they are not going to have the backbone to stand on business and play legit. They're going to break under pressure. They're going to care too much about their own image in the Call of Duty space, and they are going to end up cheating. Now, if you're a young buck and you're listening to this and you say that you're not a cheater and you legitly are not going to be cheating, hey, hats off to you. You are rare and few in between. But if you're looking at the majority, not enough content creators are talking about it. We have very few. And the ones that are actually trying to talk about it, they're being scrutinized. They're the witch hunters of the Call of Duty space. But as always, and I like to say, the ball is in Activision's court. They got to do what they need to do. And that's all we're going to have for this video, folks. If this video gave you any additional insight and context that you did enjoy, that gave you value, please drop a like on the video. It helps it tremendously in the algorithm. And if you enjoy the content overall and you also want to nerd out with Call of Duty with me, please drop a sub to the channel. We'd love to see you here for the next video, okay? But as always, stay pure, stay noble, and hashtag bring back honest gaming. Later, guys.